Hello, I want to do a trading recap today. Today I traded MRNA and let's see the price action. Before the market, I was using Awesome Cost watch list and they say long when the stock goes above 406. And before the market, I was looking at the VWAP is 405.7 and I was thinking to play the open range breakout or red to green setup. And let's see what happens when the market opens. Um, so this is MRNA. When the market opens, I need to find. Okay, so the market opens. See, it was making a pop and then drop back down. And that's what I would like to see. I would like to see it drop back down. Then it will create this red to green range for me. Um, yeah, so I pause the video and then it did more. And as I see it start to giving a bottoming tail, I put the order in. So I put the order buy stop 407.11. So that was high of the day. And the stop loss is the low of the day. And so if the stock make a red to green move, I will get in, and then my profit target is sell half of that, more than half of that at the uh, 1 to 2 risk to reward place. So I'm going to resume the video, and let's see. So after, so now see it made a red green move, and it quickly pops up. And then 410, it stopped at 410. 410 is the pre-market high. So I should have sold some at the pre-market high because at this point, it can camp back down. But now it made another push, so it will break the pre-market high. And I think that's another place I should sell some. But because I entered them as I already placed the order, so right now I can't do anything. I wasn't using my hotkeys. And I put my price target at 412.8 and I have to just hold it. So now I block out my screen because I want to check one stock at a time. So that's how I go through each stock. Make sure I go through each stock. Then in the second minute, I will see it try to break out this range, and it hit my price target. So I sold 60% of my positions. So I'm going to pause the video here. At this time, uh, after making the red to green move, now it made a 1 minute open range breakout move, and the price is above VWAP. So my strategy is after taking partial profit, I will hold the rest of the position, and then this will be the place for 1 minute open range breakout. So we'll keep holding until it makes um, at least one times distance of this range. So from 404 to 411, that's about like $8 move. So from there, it should go up another $8. So that's what I'm expecting. That so I'm holding the stock, holding the rest of my shares. At this time, I could have also moved my stop loss to break even, um, but I wasn't using hotkey today, so I didn't set the stop loss. And I was just watching it. So now it doesn't look good because it breaks out the 1 minute range and now it pulls back and it leaves a topping tail and now it's like below the 1 minute range. So that's not good. So at this point, pausing the video, I should have put a stop loss. I should have put a stop loss here just the low of the second candle because if it shoot up and then go back down, then that's a red to green move, and that's going to be bearish. Um, but I didn't do anything. I wasn't reacting quickly. I instead let it to dip. So let's see. So I'm seeing this 410 as a resistance now because the pre-market high, and then it pulls back. Uh, I mean, my ultimate stop is the low of the day, so 404. And because it dipped to the open price and came back up, so I decided to hold now since I already been holding. So I think this is a time when the price action is not very clear. Which side is winning the battle? Is the buyers or sellers? Now see it come to 410 again, try to test this. Now break out the pre-market high again, but so at this point, yeah, so we should still holding the stock because now it came back up. So I was still holding the rest of 6 shares. Um, and because I wasn't feeling good, so I sold one more shares. I feel like on this, when it came back up, it's not very clean, especially the second candle. It looks really bearish. Seems difficult to break out this 412 range. Uh, yeah, and now you see now it's trying to break out. So at this point, I should definitely put my stop at 410. Do not allow it to go below 410. Now I put a stop at break even. I think it's a little bit below break even because there's some slippage. So should I put it here at 410 because it's trying to break out this 1 minute range again. If it fail, came back up, came back down, that's going to make a reversal move. That means the 412 is a resistance it couldn't break out after trying so many times. Look, all four candles leaving top and tail, and it could not break close above 412. Then that's going to be the resistance, and the short sellers are coming in. So now I'm just like holding my stop, and eventually you will see it will just dip below and stop me out. So now it stopped me out, and at this point, it's actually bearish, and there is a short setup. So I'm pausing the video here. I think now there's a really good entry level to short here. So if the price goes below here, I should short it. Go below 406, because it's first hitting resistance at the 1 minute open range and then came back. So the first time you can short really aggressively is making this green to red move. You can short. Then your stop is here, or stop is high of the day. But now it's making it lost the VWAP, and the second candle is trying to go back up, to the VWAP, and making this green candle. And if this green turns red again, then that's making the VWAP as the resistance as well. So if you short here, the most aggressive stop is here, just a high of this candle. A high of this candle is your stop loss, and the low of this candle is your entry point to go short. And then you can make 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 2 risk reward. So this is one, then maybe the 2, 3 at 402, you can have your 2 times risk reward, and then if you go here 400, then you can make a 3 times the risk reward. So that is a really good short setup, but I didn't take that. I wasn't reacting quickly because I just got stopped out. I was psychologically still having the hope to see this stock go long, but I already don't have any positions. And the 412 is clearly the resistance that so many tries didn't succeed. So resuming the video, as you can see now it dipped below 406. So you see it came to 4 as soon as it lost 406. Um, so so I end up shorting here. So I end up shorting at the low of the day because I feel like that's the absolute stop loss for all the buyers. So I shorted at 404 instead of 406. So it's a little bit worse entry, and I also didn't go big size because I wasn't having much confidence in this setup. But actually, I think this is a very good setup. Um, and now resuming the video, as you can see, I already shorted it, but I didn't feel good. Why? Because my entry is 404, and now it seems like getting the support from the previous day high. So this line uh, this line here is the high of yesterday because the stock gap up. So now it kind of did a back gap fill, and it did a gap fill. I feel like maybe this is the support, and I'm shorting here, so the range is really small. I feel like I didn't go short at the right place. I feel like I'm shorting too late. Actually, if I short it here, then this will be my price target. Um, but anyway, so I decided to take some profit because I didn't feel good on this entry, and I was also seeing the topping tail, bottoming tail. So I feel like there are buyers coming in. This can go back up. Um, but looking back, I mean, I should put my stop loss here at the 408 and then just keep holding it. At least hold for 1 minute, see if this candle close outside of the range. And then now you see it close outside of 404.5, then that's a confirmed breakdown. Then we will let the stock to do its thing. So what I mean by that is seeing how long it took to consolidate in this range. So this 1 minute range, there are one, two, three, four candles inside this range, and trying to break up, it couldn't. So now it break down. And then if we go short here, um, when should we take profit? I think we should wait for at least 4 minutes because it stays in this range for 4 minutes. So if it break out, there will be 4 minute trend at least. Um, but I wasn't being patient, so I already took a partial already, and now I'm taking more partial. So when I hit here 2397, I already get all out. But I think no matter how low this candle goes, you should not take profit because it's really only the first minute it breaks out, and it has been in the range for 4 minutes. So you should wait for at least a few more minutes, 2 more minutes to see what the stock will do. And at this point, because you hit the one-to-one risk reward, if you put a risk stop here, um, and you can now make your stop just break even, so you can move your stop to here. But this is a very bearish candle, and you can put the stop at the high of this candle, and you'll see then this is very weak. Uh, okay, it kind of stalled here because it dropped a lot. There are people taking profit. Uh, but when you enter the trade on the 5th minute, this is going to be a longer trade, not like just the first minute. It could be a short-term trade. This one, based on how many minutes have passed before this trigger, that gives you an idea how long this trade can go. So you should stay in this trade for a little bit longer just because it has spent 4 minutes. And now you see it make a new low. So now we have one, two, three, four consecutive red candles. Maybe you can take some profit here for a small partial, but the trend has been established pretty weak right now, and we might see a bounce. So we might see a bounce, like go back up, but I think you should expect another leg down. So you can use this as the low, and you're expecting a lower low somewhere here to take profit. But you need to be more patient, and you need to allow the stock to make a retracement that you will see your profit got decrease. And this is the entry point. Let's say this is your worst entry point. Now um, you can make your entry point as a stop loss. So you are basically risking your profit, but you have to be okay with giving your profit back, all of them back, because this can technically, can hit the VWAP, right? You can hit the VWAP here and then go back down. So yeah, because you enter on the 5th minute, this trade will require more patience. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit, um, and then let's fast forward, see what happens. And you can see it's pretty weak after retrace to 400 and it make a new low again. So maybe you can take a profit again here because it looks like it's not really going to make a new low. It's making topping tail. So maybe here is the short-term price target. You can close out more positions. Um, so there's a 395, 395, 396. But you should still leave some positions because now things are in your favor. Look at VWAP. VWAP already came down. So before when we are talking about when to take profit, VWAP is inside the open range, 1 minute open range. And now VWAP already comes outside of VWAP open range. So even if the stock hits a VWAP and goes back down, you may not hit your entry price, right? So you may not even lose money when you got stop out at the VWAP. Just things are working in your favor, so you should be more patient. Unlike me today, I was really impatient. And let's see. So fast forward a little bit. See the stock making a new low again, so it keeps making lower low, right? Keeps making lower low and never hit go above 400. And 400 I think is the key level I've marked before. So once it lost it, it tries to pull back and couldn't go above, and now it goes back down again. So yeah, this is a really good short. It just keeps making lower low. But already was out of the position, and I also didn't go big on this trade because I already made the money on my previous trade. As you can see, now it kind of just chop around here. Um, let's see where does it eventually go. Um, okay, now it's making retracement. Um, and can you hit back to the VWAP? Okay, now VWAP is exactly at 400. So that's like a double resistance, right? VWAP is the resistance, and 400 is the resistance. If it cannot keep the momentum going up, this looks like just short covering. Okay, that's the end of my videos. I think I stop recording, but the start I think it goes even lower after that. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the trade for today. One long MRNA, quick profit, and then one short is actually a longer trade, but I didn't stay that long, and I should be more patient next time to keep this trade because so the reason is for the first trade I entered before the first minute close, so that's really early. Then that means that trade may not go long, but then the second trade shorting the stock, it is entered after on the fifth minute. Then that's going to be a longer trade, and I should also look at a 5 minute chart to see when to exit. Um, so it's different depending on what time is your entry. That determines like how long this trade can stay. And because sometimes it can stay long too. So if the second minute MRNA breakout the 1 minute open range and can close above that and keeps going above, then that early trade develops to be a longer trade because then the not only 1 minute but also 5 minutes all have the setup to go long. Um, but that's not the case today. The second minute came back down and it never had a minute close above it. So I should cut loss quick. And then this short setup is really good because it made a much larger move. And but you need to spend more time with it because when did that happen? It happens 5 minutes after market open. So you have to stay that because then you will see one 5 minute candle, and then if this bar actually break the low of the 5 minute candle, and then you should maybe wait for at least for that candle to close, and that candle is going to be like on the 10th minute. It's closing below the 5 minute low, then that's confirmation. Then it just will continue the trend. Yeah. So next time I will use the timing of the entry to figure out how long should I hold the trade if it's in my favor. Yeah, thanks for everyone. That's it for today.